Planning for a new career or a career change is just like planning for a road trip. And who doesn't love planning for a road trip? When you're planning for a road trip, what are the two things that you need to do? Well, first, you need to choose your destination, and next, you need to map out your journey. It's the same thing when you are planning for a new career. So first, if you're planning for your road trip, how do you choose your destination? Well, you look at what your interests are. Are you interested in a trip like going to the Grand Canyon, something more nature-oriented? Or are you more interested in something like Vegas, where you can blow some money in hopes of making something more commercialized? It's the same thing when you're looking at planning for a career. You have to look at what your interests are. Are you more interested in cosmetology, the environment, something more science-oriented? Are you interested in something to do with the maths? Maybe you want to go into accounting, engineering. Once you figure out where your interests lie and you can narrow that down, then you have to look at what your abilities are. Then the next thing is asking yourself, what does success mean to me? Really mean to me? Not just on a professional level, but on a personal level too. Because of course we don't just want success professionally to overpower what our personal lives will be to us in 5, 10, 20 years. Finally, if you're making a career change, so this doesn't apply to a new career, but if you are making a career change, are you doing this because you're running towards something or because you're running away from something? Now, if you're running towards something, go for it. You have my permission. If you're running away from something, stop. Now you really have some thinking to do. You have some questions to ask and you need to dig deep. You need to think, what am I running away from? We're going to stop there and I'll let you do that questioning. Once you've chosen your destination and asked yourself all of these questions, what are my interests? What are my abilities? And what does success mean to me? Now you get to map out your journey. Now this is the fun part. You can pull out your phone, look at Google Maps, you pull out your map, you put your little pinpoints out, grab your pen, whatever it takes, right? So if we're going to the Grand Canyon on our road trip, we want to look at all the points that we're going to stop along the way. We want to look at hotels, how many days and nights, points of interest. It's the same thing when we're mapping out our career destination. We want to look at what it's going to take to be successful, where we want to be along the way, in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years. We need to know all of these points and where we want to be at the end of all of this. This is important. So you need to keep all of this in mind, choosing your destination and mapping out your journey. So the roadmap outlines all of these steps to reach your goals, and it helps you to have this journey towards your ultimate career.